Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Paralegal Certificate Course informational webinar from the Center for Legal Studies. If that's what you're here for, you're in the right place. We'll get started in just a minute here to allow all of our attendees to join us. Our webinar today will start with a presentation from our Business Development Director at the Center for Legal Studies, Stephanie Elio. Following the presentation, we'll be here for about 15 minutes to answer your questions all about the course and the paralegal career field. So please be sure to drop your questions in the Q&A feature, and either one of our enrollment counselors working in the background here will get back to you directly, or we'll address it during the live Q&A. With that, I'm going to introduce Stephanie from the Center for Legal Studies, who will get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thank you, Emily, and thank all of you for joining us today. As she mentioned, today we'll be talking about the Paralegal Certificate course. So we're going to go over a couple of really quick ground rules. Everyone's here for the same reason today, and that is to get more information about this particular program and ask a few questions. So if you ask questions, we've got the Q&A available. You can certainly type in and we'll answer throughout the presentation with our tech team in the background. Please make your questions relevant and be kind. If you fail to do so, we reserve the right to have you removed. Through this presentation, we're going to talk about the instructor and how peer interaction works, so that connectivity in the program, how the actual online system works, schedules, things like that, what the job prospects look like, different industries in which paralegals work. We'll talk about our college and university partners, how to register for this course, the required books and materials, and anything else that may come up in our Q&A. So Emily, let's get going. The Center for Legal Studies was founded in 1980. We're actually in our 40th year in providing legal support staff training. Paralegal Certificate course is our flagship program. That's what we train the most of. And we not only have this course, but many other training programs that paralegals can take after they complete the core program, which is what we also refer to this certificate as. Our training is very much focused on being affordable and flexible for our students. We want this to work with the busy lives that we know our students have. Many students are working full-time, they've got jobs, family underfoot, spouses, you name it, lots of different things. So our programs are 100% online, which we'll talk about in a few moments. They are focused on job skills, effective legal training. So when you finish this certificate, you're actually ready to go to work. We have, in addition to this course, I mentioned some other programs, things like our Advanced Paralegal Certificate, which we do have a previously recorded webinar on our website at www.legalstudies.com. You might want to view after this. We do Advanced Legal Research and Writing, Legal Investigation, Software Essentials, where you could actually train on the software systems that are used in legal offices. But today we're here to talk about the Paralegal Certificate. So we're going to dive right into that one. This program, as are all of our online courses, 100% online. It's what we call an asynchronous virtual classroom. Basically, what that means is this course is instructor-led. You've got classmates, so you've got the connectivity. It's delivered on a very easy-to-use platform that's called Moodle, similar to Blackboard or Canvas if you've taken other online programs. Our students do have 24/7 access while the course is in session. And there are a lot of video and printed tutorials that are on the platform. Nice thing about this is you don't need any special software. If you've got internet access, you can take this course. We do provide ongoing administrative and technical support for all of our students. I mentioned instructor and peer interaction. Here's how this works. You do have 24/7 access to the course while your class is in session. Our calendar is delivered in 7-week intervals. So the Paralegal Certificate is a 14-week training delivered over 2 7-week sessions. And what'll happen for you to get your information is the instructor's going to post what your written and reading assignments are for the week on Monday mornings. Deadlines are typically Sunday nights. Our instructors do reserve the right to move some deadlines, but you're going to typically have a full week to accomplish whatever that objective is. You will be able to interact with classmates in what we call a bulletin board post. Those are done on a weekly basis. Your participation is part of your grade, so it's required. The instructor would post a topic for discussion at the beginning of the week. You go in, you read that, respond. Once you post your response, you're able to see your classmates' responses. Some of those discussions become quite dynamic and will turn into a blog. Again, like everything else about this online delivery, you're not required to be logged on at a specific time of day. You can log on at 5 a.m., 2 in the afternoon, midnight. It's not going to make any difference. You get that information, you do what you need to do, reading, written assignments, participate in the bulletin board discussion, which sits there all week long like a blog. So again, it's not a you must be here at this particular time situation. As long as you're participating, you're going to get that grade. The weekly assignment deadlines are designed to keep you on track. This course is delivered in its entirety in 14 weeks over those 2 7-week sessions. So it moves along at a pretty quick click. It really is designed for busy adult learners. The syllabus for this course and every course that we offer is available on our website at www.legalstudies.com. There's a couple different ways to get there, but the fastest way would be to go to the About CLS tab at the top of the screen on the toolbar. When you hover over that, it gives you a drop-down box. You'll see the word syllabi in the middle of the list. When you click on that, it's going to take you to the syllabus for any course that we offer. Of course, today we're talking about paralegal certificate course. So that's going to be at the top of the list. When you look at that syllabus, it is broken out into Paralegal 1 and Paralegal 2. Those are not two different courses. Those are the 2 7-week sessions that make up the 14-week program. You do need to complete both 7-week sessions to earn that certificate, and they are required to be taken consecutively. When you pay your tuition, it will pay for both halves. You will not need to do that twice. Your grades are based on the following items. Weekly tests, legal memoranda, participation in the online discussion forum. Those are the bulletin boards that we previously spoke about. We do require a 70% or better on every assignment that you do. That is not meant to be punitive. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. 70% or better on every assignment. There is no cumulative grading here. You can't score 100 on one and 50 on another and get an average grade. The reason we do that is when we send you out in the world and you've earned this certificate, you need to be good at all the skills. So, first question might come to mind, what happens if I bomb a test? What happens if I don't pass a quiz? That does not mean you're bombing out of the program. It means the instructor is going to give you additional instruction, find out what you did wrong that prevented you from earning that passing grade, and you will be given an opportunity to take that assignment again. Redo that test, retake the quiz. We want you to be successful. We do not grant extensions willy-nilly. Now, if there's a crisis, a true crisis in your life, a death in the family, a natural disaster, your people, we're people. We make decisions on a one-by-one basis, and those would be dealt with one-on-one. The general rule is there are not extensions granted. You should go into this program expecting to complete your program in 14 weeks. And you should really plan to spend about 8 to 12 hours a week on your coursework. If you are the type of person, and let's kind of put a gauge on that, because 8 to 12 is a really general figure. So If you're the type of person that has got really strong reading comprehension, your study skills are good, your time management skills are good, you're going to be on the lower end. If your reading comprehension skills require you to read things multiple times in order to really comprehend it, put it out in your own words, again, might take you a little longer. If you're spending 20 plus hours a week on this course, honestly, you're probably overthinking some things and you need to touch base with your instructor. There are email communication tools within the portal for you to communicate with the instructor. Some of the learning outcomes. I mentioned earlier that this course is designed to teach you practical, applicable job skills. These are things you need to know when you get out in the world. Legal research, we do Westlaw training. We teach you legal writing. You will do a brief in this course. We teach you legal citation. Citation is very important. You must cite all your sources in this industry. Torts, contracts, civil procedure, ethics, of course. Lots of different things. Again, you can certainly refer to that syllabus, which is an incredibly comprehensive document. Not only will it go over the grading policies that I just mentioned, but it lists all the learning objectives that are required in both Part 1 and Part 2 of the Paralegal Certificate course so that you can see exactly what we're going to teach you before you register. We have done some fabulous upgrades on this course over the summer, and they are available to our students this fall. The most important and best in my eyes is the new interactive formative assessments. These are recorded video lectures. The formative assessments come after those lectures in which you can self-assess. They're like little puzzles, little quizzes that you can take as many times as you want to test your level of that knowledge, to learn, find out for yourself with immediate feedback whether or not you're getting it, whether or not you're ready to take that test. You can retake those formative assessments as many times as you want, and they are not graded. Awesome new addition to the course. Let's talk about the career outlook. A lot of people know that paralegals work in law firms. That's just a given. They work in so many other places. Every major corporation in the world has got a legal department. They hire paralegals. So do insurance companies, government agencies, the banking industry hires paralegals, real estate firms, independent owners who may have a business, want to do some of their own legal work. A paralegal certificate can help save on some legal fees. Construction companies, the court systems, even automobile dealerships hire paralegals to do contract works. So if you're in the process of taking this course, you're planning to enroll and take it in our next start date, you want to, toward the end of your course, start looking at what those job opportunities are. You can certainly start applying when you're getting toward the tail end and you know that you're going to be earning that certificate. And you want to look in multiple places. We do have a careers board on our website where employers who have hired our graduates in the past have openings, and they will advertise those openings with us. There's no way I can guarantee that we'll have one in your area when you're finished, but it's a good place to look not only for the possibility of a job, but to see what different types of organizations are looking for our graduates. Other than that, we do strongly recommend that you cast a wide net when you're looking for jobs. Look on every major job board, Career Builder, Monster, Indeed. Look on LinkedIn, look on Craigslist. That's one of the places where smaller agencies may advertise because it doesn't cost them as much money to post those opportunities. As far as what we anticipate the average outlook to be for this, the U.S. Department of Labor is projecting a 10% growth over the next 10 years in this industry, which is much faster national average than other industries. The current US median salary is $51,740. These are some of the different industries that I was mentioning before and where you can certainly seek out employment. Federal government, finance and insurance, that banking industry again, local government, legal services, legal offices, and state government, and some of the other opportunities mentioned on the previous screen. Want to take some special time here to talk about California. So paralegal is an unregulated profession, except in the state of California. So what does that mean if you're in California? You will be required, if you intend to work in California or do some type of contract work with clients that are in California, you will need to ensure that you're in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code. Our courses were designed to meet this code. So what that means as far as which courses do you have to take? The paralegal certificate course will give you the core training enabling you to work in 49 states throughout the country. If you're going to be in California, you have no other legal training, you will need to continue your studies with us through the advanced paralegal certificate as well, which would take an additional 14 weeks. If you're interested in that, if you have not already found that information on our website at legalstudies.com, you can certainly call our enrollment counselors. They'll be happy to email you some information. You can do that by sending an email to info, info at legalstudies.com, or you can call them directly at 1-800-522-7737. The advanced program basically is comprised of 16 specialty topics of law, things like immigration law, family law, business law, criminal law, etc. Each one of those topics is a 7-week class. But in order to take the 6, you would need to earn the advanced certificate and be in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code. You would need to take at minimum of 6, and you can do that 1, 2, or 3 at a time in a single 7-week session. So if most of our California folks are going to do 3 plus 3, get it done in 14 more weeks. So we already talked about the paralegal. The one we're mainly talking about today is a 14-week training. If you wanted to fast track advanced coursework, you could do that in an additional 14 weeks. Now, California students, that's a requirement. For everyone else in the country, it's voluntary, but I can tell you, about 50% of our students voluntarily choose to take advanced. Why? It makes you more marketable. The more skills you have, the more valuable you are. We do have students that can take 1 or 2 extra topics at a time and pay for those as they go. But if you want to earn the entire advanced certificate, you would need to take 6, just as our California students do. How to enroll? Honestly, it's really pretty easy. These courses are open enrollment. They are offered through the continuing and professional education departments at our partner schools. So that means there's no application process. You do not need to wait to be accepted. You simply pay the tuition, which for the paralegal is $1,595. The required textbooks are not included in that tuition. They'll run you about $400. We don't require students buy their books from us. However, our pricing is really competitive. So you're free to shop them out, but if you do, make darn sure you get the right book and the right edition. We've done the shopping for you already. We look all the time to see what someone else may be selling our books for. And again, I want to repeat, our pricing is incredibly competitive. We can guarantee you to ship all the books, drop ship to your doorstep. They get there in pretty quick time, 2 to 3 business days. If you're on the opposite side of the country, it might be 4 or 5. But in general, we can ship things out as long as you order before noon on a day. your books are going to get on that day's truck and head to you immediately. Westlaw is a required tool for the second half of the paralegal certificate. That is access into the online law library system. So those lessons will take place in the second half of the course. The $89 will pay for a 7-week subscription. You don't need Westlaw in the first half of this program, so you can make a choice for that. You can purchase it when you purchase your books. If you do that, we know when you need it. So we're going to issue the access at the appropriate time. If you choose to purchase it later, you want to do it at the halfway point in your program. And then the day class starts, we'll issue the access, you'll be ready to go. There are no Westlaw assignments done in the first half of the program. We do have payment options available for our students. We use a third-party financing company called Affirm. They take care of a lot of big box stores. They are very popular. And nice thing about it is they can take tuition and the books and your Westlaw all in one lump sum and break it down into monthly payments. You'd find it at the checkout screen on our website. Put everything into your cart. When you get ready to check out, you'll see, do you want to check out Affirm? If you click on that, it's going to pop up a screen for you. And I think the application fee is about maybe 2 minutes long to fill out, really quick. They'll come back to you within minutes with an approval if you're approved. They do accept, it is credit-based, but they accept a really wide range of credit. So I encourage you to apply for it if you would like to break it down into monthly payments. Once you're approved, they'll take that entire lump sum and break it down into monthly payments. Could be 3, 6, 9, 12, up to 18 months. They'll tell you exactly what those monthly payments are. And at that point in time, you can decide, do you want to go ahead with a payment plan, or do you just want to use a credit card and check out and then pay your own card back as your personal budget dictates? The choice is yours. Okay. These are some of our accredited college and university partners. The Center for Legal Studies works with almost 200 schools nationwide. We are currently in 47 states. If you happen to reside in one of those states that we don't currently have a partner school, that doesn't mean you can't take the course. It means you should select a school from the neighboring state. These courses are taught using federal law. So the objectives are and core skills that you're going to get are going to take care of you anywhere you want to go. You will get specific assignments to do where you use your personal jurisdiction. So that's where you're going to get some of your own personal state lessons. But on the whole, everything's taught on a federal level. You're free to choose any school that we work with. The certificate that you earn upon completion of this program is issued by the school. The Center for Legal Studies is the training partner. The instructors work for us, and we will deliver your training. Your certificate will come from whichever school you designate when you register. For the most part, our entire portfolio of partners, you can register directly on our website. We do have schools wherein they take the registration. You'd still get your books through us. We would still deliver your training, but your tuition monies would be paid to them. The way you'll know the difference is when you're on our website and you're getting ready to enroll. You get down, you select your session that you want to begin. It will tell you either add to cart or call the school or click here to register with school. Either way, if it says add to cart, you can register right there. You can check out with Affirm. You can use your credit card. You will be enrolled. We will send out username and passwords the day classes start. So that's for all students. The syllabus is available 24/7, 365 days a year. So you've got an opportunity to look at that whenever you'd like. But actual access into the portal where the instructors begin teaching goes out the morning classes start. To enroll, you can do that on our website, as we were just talking about, or you can call our toll-free number, 1-800-522-6700. 7737. We do have enrollment counselors that are available to answer questions for you, discuss not only this program, but many of the others that we offer. And they are available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You could also send an email to info@legalstudies.com or visit our website directly. There are FAQs, there are syllabi, there's course overviews, all kinds of information on our website at legalstudies.com. The next course begins session number 6 on Monday, October 19th. That is this coming Monday. Registration is still open, and we'd love to have you register today if you haven't already done so.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. As we said, we're going to answer some of your questions here live. If you have a question, please put it in the Q&A. And again, either we'll respond directly in the chat, our enrollment counselors are there to respond to you, or we'll respond live here on the webinar. We've got quite a few questions already that some people submitted when they registered. Stephanie, our first question is, does CLS offer help with resume review?
We do, actually. It's something that you would need to initiate, however. So toward the tail end of your course, when you know you're getting ready to complete, what you would do is send an email to your instructor and request that they review your resume, and they will do so.
Thank you. Can you reiterate once again how long the course takes?
This online program is a 14-week training. It's delivered over 2 7-week sessions. We have 6 start dates per year. So we offer the first half and second half of the training every single session. All you would need to do is decide when you want to begin. Your tuition payment will enroll you in the following session as well. So in 14 weeks from the time you start until the end of that second 7 weeks, you will complete the program and earn your certificate.
Great, thank you. Next question is, does someone have to take the course through one of our college partners, and is the course accredited?
Every college and university we work with is an accredited institution. The Center for Legal Studies is a training program, training company. So we are educational partners with them. Do you need to select a school when you register? Yes, you do, because the school is going to issue your certificate when you complete. Every one of our college and university partners reviews our program and is very familiar with our processes and what we teach. So it's a very common practice for continuing and professional education departments to contract with outside training providers. Center for Legal Studies does not issue certificates. We provide the training, certificate comes from the school, which again, to reiterate, is an accredited institution.
Great, thank you. Is a degree needed before attending this course or any previous education required?
It is not. The minimum requirement to take our courses is a high school diploma or GED. We don't say that because we expect you to dig it out of the basement and prove it to us on a piece of paper. We say that because these courses are taught on a college level. We want you to be successful. Therefore, you need to come to the table with college level reading and writing skills. So 18 years of age, have completed high school, have those college level reading and writing skills. Truth is, 75% of our students do have degrees, whether it be an associate's, a bachelor's, master's. We have folks with PhDs come and take these courses, but it is not a requirement. Basically, what you need in order to get a job as a paralegal is to prove you've been trained. That's what the certificate does. It shows an employer that you have specifically been trained to do this job, and that's what they're going to pay you for.
Thank you, Stephanie. Someone is asking, what if they fail a course, perhaps Paralegal 1, I'm assuming you can't move on to 2, and what support is available to avoid failing a course?
Well, first of all, I want you to know this is not a fluffy program. You're going to work hard, you're going to study, you're going to do your assignments, you're going to do your best to get everything done on time and pass the quizzes. Earn that 70% or better on each assignment. If you do not earn 70% on an assignment, on a test or a quiz, you're going to contact your instructor, you're going to get feedback. The instructor is going to discuss with you and let you know what pieces of that evaluation you failed. You're going to study some more. You're going to relearn it. You're going to retake that test. We will work with you one-on-one. The instructors are there to teach. They are there to help you. Most of our instructors have been here for a very long time. So it's unlikely you're going to come up with something that they have not had before. So they are here, they're helpful, and they want the same thing we want for you. And that is to help you develop the new skills, earn the certificate, and move forward in your career.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We have some people asking if we have partner schools specifically in their states. So can you explain how future students can find what schools are available in their state?
We do have a full list of all partners on our website. The easiest thing to do is when you get to our website on the homepage at www.legalstudies.com. On that homepage in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a Find a Course box. If you hit the down arrows and put the criteria in that search box, the course title, and list the state, and then click search, it's going to populate a list of what's there. That is one way to make that determination. Another way is just scooch a little bit further down that page. We've got a full Google map there. It's got little dots all over the country for every partner school we currently work with. Now, keep in mind, our schools do offer custom portfolios. So not every school offers every course, but 99% of them offer the paralegal certificate course. So you can put your zip code in there and the map will zoom in for you. You can click on any individual dot because you can look at a map and you know where you live. Or you can go down a little bit further under the school logos that are scrolling across the page and click the See All Schools button. There's a multitude of ways to determine which school. If you are having any difficulty in that navigation, I encourage you to call one of our enrollment counselors and they'll help you through that process.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We have someone asking if they can register and take the course if they are currently outside of the United States.
Absolutely. Now, if you're going to do that, I would recommend that you evaluate how you're going to use this knowledge. There are many employment opportunities outside the United States that still deal with US clients, that having a basis in federal law is going to be beneficial in your career. So if you just happen to be overseas, but you're still working for an American company, if the company that you work for, or firm you work for has clients in the United States, absolutely. It's 100% online. You don't have to reside here to take the course. You can be anywhere in the world. That's fine. Just make sure that the content of what we're teaching is relevant to the goals that you're seeking to achieve.
Thank you. For our California students, can you reiterate again the cadence of courses that need to be taken in order to be compliant for California and what the workload looks like if it's different for the advanced paralegal courses?
Sure. So if you have no other substantive legal training, those are the key words. It doesn't mean that you have a degree. If it's in something that was not specifically legal, it does not count toward your compliance. So in order to be in compliance, our courses were designed to help California students meet that code. You would take the paralegal certificate, which we've been talking about today. That is a 14-week training in 2 7-week sessions. Upon completion of that program, you would continue through the advanced paralegal certificate. In order to earn the advanced paralegal certificate and collect enough substantive training hours, those 6 classes out of the 16 available need to be taken. And you can take those 6 classes 1, 2, or 3 at a time. On a fast track, you would do 3 plus 3. So that's going to take you 2 more sessions. If you wanted to take them one at a time, 2 at a time, skip a session, that's all good. You have flexibility when it comes to the advanced program. The kicker on that is you need to get 6 done within a 12-month period, and your clock would start ticking when you took the first one. So any combination, maximum of 3 in a session, you can take as few as 1, you can skip. It's all good. Just get 6 done within 12 months after you've completed the prerequisite, which is the paralegal certificate course.
Great, thank you. We have a question. Someone is asking if they can use a state grant or loan to pay for this course.
That is up to whomever is giving the grant. It's not something that we determine. So wherever this grant is coming from, you need to talk to the people that are in charge of that and ask them if this program qualifies for the funds that they're awarding. If you have questions about that, you can call our enrollment counselors, but really the fastest, easiest thing to do is go back to that entity. Whomever's providing that grant, ask them if, and these are keywords, non-credit certificate program. Our course does not yield college credit. This is a non-credit certificate wherein you're developing job skills and preparing to work, absolutely, but you're not earning college credits toward a degree. Okay, so I would go back to whomever it is awarding those funds and ask them, 1, if the course qualifies for their award, and 2, will they fund training company, or do they need to send funds directly to our partner school? Either way on that we can work with, but first you need to make sure if the program, our program, qualifies for them. Okay.
Great, thank you. We have some questions about the books that go with this course, whether they're physical or eBooks, and even if the physical books are available as eBooks.
Currently, to my knowledge, every book that we sell is in stock. Now, we didn't used to have eBooks, but now we do. So there are a couple that you can find eBooks. I think the Statsky Introduction to Paralegalism is available in either hardback or ebook. And a lot of the others, you're going to be looking at hardback, real physical books. And those are all available in our bookstore on our website. You can do a query. You can also put all the books into your shopping cart right when you do the registration on that same page on the website. But if there is an ebook available, it's going to give you an option to pay for either a textbook or an ebook within the bookstore. So you want to check that out on a book-by-book basis. For the paralegal certificate course, there are 6 required books. 2 that we publish in-house. So honestly, you're going to be hard-pressed to find them elsewhere. Those will be the paralegal certificate course workbook and the legal document preparation manual. Other books you need for this course are the Federal Civil Rules book, Uniform System of Citations, Paralegal Careers for Dummies. Don't let that title fool you. That book was actually written by the founder of this company 40 years ago and updated on a regular basis since that time. And then the other book I mentioned is the Introduction to Paralegalism. The other item, which is a required material, is that Westlaw subscription that we discussed earlier, is only needed for the second half of the training, but the 6 books are needed throughout the entire 14 weeks. So you need them at the beginning when you start, and you will use those books all the way to the end.
Thank you, Stephanie. Can you go over again how you would recommend someone select a partner school, and if they take the course from a school in one state, would they be able to work in another at some point in the future?
Our standard advice to students is that if we've got a school in your area, that's where you're going to live, that's where you're going to work, that's the school you should choose. Your certificate's going to be coming from a local entity, a school that employers recognize in your area. So that's the first recommendation. it is taught on a federal level. If you know you're going to be moving and you've got a certain timeline in mind for that, you may want to choose one in the new jurisdiction, wherever you're going to live. But once you earn the certificate, it's good nationwide. So if you're moving a year from now, 2 years from now, choose the school that's in your area. If you're moving within a couple months, maybe you want to choose the one in the new area. That's really a personal choice. Our standard advice is going to be closest to you. If you happen to reside in one of those 3 or 4 states where we don't have a partner, look to the neighboring state. That's going to be the closest for you. Okay.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We do have just a few more minutes left for our webinar today, but I think we have time for 1 or 2 more questions. We have someone who is currently working as an assistant, a legal assistant, and they're wondering if taking this course is something they can do at the same time, and how that will build on their current real world experience, I guess.
Absolutely. I mentioned it at the beginning. These courses are designed for busy people. So that 24/7 access and the beauty of never being required to be logged in at any specific time of day. You can log on at 5 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 9 o'clock at night. It doesn't matter. So if you're doing this after work, before work, at lunch, on the weekends, it definitely accommodates a full-time job. Most of our students have full-time jobs and kids and spouses and so many things going on. So definitely you can do this while you're working. Now, the value to, if you intend to stay in that job, I'd let my employer know you're doing it. The more skills you have, the more valuable you are. They should know that you're working to improve yourself. If you're intending to be leaving that job and you're preparing yourself for that job change, maybe you don't want to tell them. If you're staying where you are, I would tell them, because when you finish this certificate, they may even want to help you continue your training and through the advanced program. Got a lot of employers that help their employees when gaining additional training and skills. So something to keep in mind.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. And can you review one more time? I know you went over it earlier in the presentation, but again, the ways in which CLS can help with resume review, our job board, and where you recommend future paralegals look for jobs
Sure.
online.
The careers page is listed on our website under the About CLS tab. Just click on the careers link. You'll see the job board. So employers post opportunities there. These are employers that have hired our graduates in the past. They know how skilled they are. They know they come to the table ready to go to work. So when they've got an opening, they're going to post there. As far as getting your resume reviewed, you want to connect with your instructor toward the end of your course and request it. It's not something they're going to say, hey, everybody, send me your resumes. You need to ask, but it's something they will gladly accommodate. So take the initiative, get your cover letter together, get your resume written, send a note to your instructor requesting they review it, and they'll do it. They'll give you feedback so that you can make some changes before you send that document out into the real world.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. With that, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you again to everyone for attending today. If you have any further questions we did not get to during this webinar, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at the phone number or email on the screen. As Stephanie said, our enrollment counselors are available and ready to help you. We will be sending out the video recording of this webinar if you would like to watch it back, so please look out for that in your email inbox by the end of the week. As mentioned, our next course session begins next Monday, October 19th, but there's still time to visit legalstudies.com and enroll today. Thank you again, and a special thank you to Stephanie for your time today. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you all for joining us.